Hey crypto family, so it looks like today Bitcoin's continuing to stabilize. It's down 0.21% to $8,683. The rest of the altcoins actually are up a couple percent. One of those being Bitcoin Cash up 3.93%, and then Bitcoin SV is actually up 48%. So those are two coins actually doing really well today, surprisingly. And then most of the other altcoins are up a couple percent or down a couple percent. Now, going over some Bitcoin analysis, we can see here that Bitcoin still hasn't been able to break above that $8,900 level. So again, that's a level that has continued to be resistance, 8,900 to 9,000. And again, I mentioned I was getting that resistance from way back in 2018, March 24th is when it couldn't break above that. So again, still having a hard time breaking towards that $9,000 level. Again, if we do break above that, then we are looking to hold at least till 9,300. So that's going to be our next resistance. But zooming in, you can see our support right now is going to be that 8,400 level, and Bitcoin has bounced off that, actually a low of 8,442, which coincides right where the support line is drawn. So again, on this daily chart here, we're looking at that as support to hold it. If it cannot hold that, then possibly looking at that $7,300 level. Now, looking at the RSI, it is still overbought. It's at about 68 right now. So again, still could fall quite a bit, but if we do hold this 8,400, then hopefully we can still have some room to rise. Now, something interesting I want to point out is actually the longs versus shorts. So you can see the longs now have started to decline, whereas the shorts are starting to stabilize. So that could be shorts are getting more confident and potentially could have room for a short squeeze where Bitcoin could rise in the future. But again, it's hard to say because shorts are still pretty low compared to where longs are at. So again, we could see some more downside action towards Bitcoin, but we're going to have to maintain and hold this 8,400 level if we want to continue to rise. Now, first article here says a famed short seller catches Bitcoin FOMO amid generational opportunity. Now, this is an article I found very, very interesting. Basically, there's a guy right here that says a short seller from the 2008 global financial crash is bullish on the future of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, telling investors it's a once in a generation. So Glenn Goodman, who's a UK financial investor, he made a name short selling stocks and shares during the 2008 global financial crisis. And right now he's calling cryptocurrency a rare opportunity for investors. So one of the biggest things in the United States was the 2008 recession. Now, they caught a lot of people by surprise, and this guy Glenn Goodman actually was ahead of the curve here, and he was shorting this whole time that the market was going down. And mind you, 99% of people were not short. I mean, you only had a very, very few people who were short. And I believe there's a movie, and it's I can't think of it, but it's a movie, basically has Christian Bale in it, and it talks about this guy basically knowing the housing crisis and how it was a bubble and how it was going to pop eventually, causing the recession. And again, this guy is one of the very few people who shorted it. Now, for him to think that cryptocurrency is a very good investment opportunity and a once in a generational opportunity, it's something to keep in mind. I mean, because again, he has one of those ideas that is, he basically has good insight into the financial market. And basically what he says is he made money actually through the 2018 winter bear market, but of course he says it's easier to make money in the bullish market. And it says, quote, I've taken my years of trading experience and applied it to a brand new market. Crypto is the wild west of trading, and that means risks as well as the rewards are greater. And then he talks about while Bitcoin's volatility is still what is causing investors to kind of err on the side of caution, because investors want something that's stable. Again, stocks only move up or down a couple percent. So, you know, those big wealthy investors looking to invest in Bitcoin, they see these big swings, 10, 20%, and they're scared because, again, that's something with a lot of volatility and something they could see maybe potential manipulation still going on. But this guy here, Goodman, he actually says, quote, a multi-billion-dollar market has arisen from nothing in less than a decade. Huge fortunes have been made. Some, of course, have been made and then lost almost as quickly. As with any new market, there are dramatic ups and downs, but many more will be made in the future. So, again, this guy is definitely very bullish on crypto, and he sees Bitcoin actually as a store of value, such as digital gold, more so than a transactional currency. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, is if Bitcoin is a store of value, such as gold, then that is going to be a lot of money flowing through that. So again, remember, Fidelity's getting in on this. You have Coinbase custody, allowing institutional investors to store their cryptocurrencies in their own wallets. Again, you have a lot of people who have a strong customer base, and for them to invest all their money is going to say a lot if Bitcoin is seen as that store of value. So again, something to keep in mind. when you are thinking about the future opportunities for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And the second article here is by CoinDesk, and it says Project Libra, everything we know about Facebook's cryptocurrency. So I've talked about Facebook's cryptocurrency, their Project Libra. Basically, it's their global coin, they're going to call it. And long story short, this goes basically about the history of Facebook, and whenever it did start thinking about having a stable coin, it goes all the way back to 2017. And it says David Marcus, head of Messenger at Facebook, will be joining Coinbase's board. And then it also talks about Marcus steps down from Coinbase board and he starts working with Facebook. And then Facebook is developing a cryptocurrency for WhatsApp transfers in December of 2018. In February of 2019, Facebook makes first blockchain acquisition with ChainSpace. And then it continues on, and basically it says now Facebook is working with Coinbase and Gemini Exchange to launch their own stablecoin. They're working to raise money for it, and again, they're also talking about working with other basically online retailers for if users use their global coin, which is said to be released in 2020. So they're going to start testing it in 2019, and then they're going to start releasing it in 2020. And basically they're talking with online companies and saying, hey, if users use their global coin, then you offer them a discount. And basically that's because, say people use a Visa card or a MasterCard, it charges the company fees. So it's just 2%, 3% fees, especially American Express, it's very high. So if the users are using this Facebook global coin, then there won't be any fees, therefore they can get discounts from that company. And then that company, again, is going to pay Facebook for advertising on Facebook's website. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. So it's some smart marketing there. But again, Facebook, it has been working on this for a while. And right now it's just saying that, it's closer to fruition right now. And you can see here on BBC News, Facebook plans to launch global coin currency in 2020. So again, something to keep in mind here, Facebook is getting into this, and again, that just spreads mainstream adoption that much further. They have over 1 billion users, and again, it's just going to increase that awareness of cryptocurrency. And then last but not least, there's an article here by CNBC or Cryptocoin News, and it talks about CNBC, and one of the financial analysts on there says, sell the house, car, and kids, buy Litecoin. So CNBC host goes crypto crazy. So as you know, there's been a big thing with CNBC on Twitter. Basically, whatever they say, do the opposite, and that works about 80% of the time. Now, I don't know exactly, if this would fall into that, because again, Litecoin does have a lot of positive things in the future. Again, they do have their halving coming up, and there has been a lot of bullish price action. But one of the biggest things is the Litecoin Foundation Director Franklin Richards has warned investors against getting too excited. He said Litecoin risks entering bubble territory if price continues to decouple from underlying activity. So again, even the director, Franklin Richards, is saying that, hey, you may want to slow down on Litecoin right now. But again, it's easy to get caught in the hype, and I just want to, keep y'all aware. If you have someone on CNBC or someone on a news article saying, hey, this is going to go up and up and up, always be wary. That's usually when I want to say at least take half profits, just to be on the safe side. But again, not investment advice, just my opinion. But something to keep in mind when you see articles like CNBC or that mainstream media really trying to pump it like crazy, because then that's when it starts getting to the more average investor mindset, you could say. So something to keep in mind. But with that, if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment if you have any questions, please subscribe if you haven't. Really appreciate it. Till next time, thanks for watching.